Welcome to Greg's Gruns. Today we're going to be talking about a match that I shot at VOD, which is a facility in Old Fort, North Carolina. And the match was called Rifle Crusher. I posted a video of this rifle, which is one of my Mk12s. This is a Mk12 Mod H. And I built this gun, or I kind of changes his gun around because I'm going to shoot it at Mammoth Sniper Challenge. If you all are curious about that, that's an extremely involved match that happens in January. But I wanted to get some rounds at a match with this particular setup, just like this. So this Rifle Crusher match is just, it's a local DMR match, had about 65 people there. And I managed to pull off 5th place, which is pretty cool. A lot of new shooters, which is great. Very accessible location and friendly staff, of course. Frank, the guy who runs the place, is extremely nice. He's a friend of mine. And I was testing out this Black Arc 5.56 Mark 262 Alpha ammo, which, if you didn't see my previous video, it's basically a hybrid case, like a lot of companies are coming out with. Hybrid case 5.56 that is screaming hot. It's hotter than any other 5.56 on the market. And yeah, I spent a little bit of time putting that data into my Kestrel, and it was spot on. Unfortunately, this match, I don't have a trigger cam yet, which is a camera that goes on the back of the scope, basically lets you see what I see through the scope. If you want to help me out on Patreon, that would be very, very appreciated. Maybe I can pick one of those up soon, or you can buy some 1911 grips from me on gregsgrips.com. That's my main business right now. But this gun performed very well. It's a little bit hard to film this style of match because what ends up happening is the targets are far away and you can't see them very well. I'll do my best to edit the video and show you guys where the targets were, kind of, sort of. Like I said, unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do about that. You can kind of get an idea. I can tell you what the ranges were, and you can kind of get an idea of the challenge of the targets. But I'll just tell you in my commentary that it's a challenging match. It was kind of designed for you to time out on most of the stages. And as the day wore on, the par times were shortened just to make sure we didn't go too long. So, hope you guys enjoy the footage. It was a very, very fun match, kind of a DMR style match that you could shoot with a bolt action. One guy on our squad was shooting a 308 bolt action. He did really well with it, but not exactly like a PRS style where you get an advantage with a bolt action. This is definitely kind of geared toward like a precision AR. That's kind of what it was designed for, although you could have shot it with a bolt gun if you wanted to. So enjoy this. I hope they have this match again. I would love to shoot it again, get some more trigger time, and really test out my gear. So hope you guys enjoy. And if you have any questions about this setup, please feel free to ask me in the comments, because this is quite a rig here. I might change a few things around. I've got my dope card here. This match I pretty much used my reticle the whole time. I didn't do any dialing because there wasn't enough time to dial. And the targets were generally pretty big. So I used my reticle to do holdovers, which I actually never done with this scope. I've pretty much only dialed with this scope, so that was new for me. But I ended up doing pretty well. So catch you guys later. Alright, this was the first stage of the day, and you had to shoot from multiple positions. You can see a Skinny Sammy target out there at probably like 80 yards, and then a 100-yard silhouette over to the right on the berm. And ideally you would take the 100-yard targets from both sides of the post. That counts as two different positions. And then there's an oil drum with a bag to the right, and then there's a sideways oil drum to the left there. And you had to walk your shots out 100 through 700 yards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they're the big orange targets that you'll see in a second here. And the first string I shoot from the right barrel here. You can kind of see the magneto speeds lighting up there. That was 500, I think. And then for the second string, I shoot it off of the left barrel.
I thought I'd be able to get the standing. No way. Impact! All we're shooting at left to right. Impact! Circle, like IPSC, Impact! High, low, right, left, because every shot was a little different. I was stressed. Impact! I'll try to help.
Alright, I paused it here so you can see 4, 5, 6, and 700, all the orange targets. I just hit the 600-yard target.
Impact! 114.42. Good job. I'm going to tell you right.
Fucking set up like that, you should be doing it. Shoot ready?
Yeah.
Stand by.
My cameraman so lovingly zoomed in on my scope cover that was closed. That's Jeff, the cameraman, my friend. But this stage is a little bit boring to watch. There are some targets kind of all the same range in various orientations and sizes at this berm. And then there's one other target that's at, I want to say 400-ish yards over to the right. And I'll kind of point those out vaguely here with arrows. Again, hard to see in the video. But I don't have a dope card here because everything at that berm from this range is pretty much like 300-ish. And then I just had one hold. I can't remember what the hold was, but I just memorized it. So yeah, enjoy watching me shoot and people calling hits and you not really being able to see. This was a challenging stage because the targets were kind of small, and I actually ran out of ammo. I didn't think I would need more than 30 rounds for this stage, but I think it was something like 4 or 5 targets 4 times. So it's like, I think it was 5 targets 4 times, so that's 20 rounds. Didn't think I'd miss that much, but I did. Embarrassingly, I ran out of ammo. Oh, it was actually a 35-round Lancer mag, so that's even worse. I still ran out of ammo.
I'm out. All right. At the chamber.
This video is brought to you by Greg's Grips. This is definitely an American-made 1911 with actually American-made Carlo Walnut double diamond grips made by yours truly. Available at gregsgrips.com. Also, Hudson H9 or Daniel Defense H9 grips are available too if you have one of those and you want to beautify your Daniel Defense H9. I make walnut grips or any other kind of wood. Just send me a a DM and I'll get you hooked up.
Nice grips. Oh.
Oh.
Indicate. Ready. Shoot ready. Stand by.
All right, so this is another kind of pick your poison stage. You have a know your limits rack here, and then you've got a cluster of targets at 350-ish, something like that. And then you have another target at 450. And you also have 3 positions to shoot from. So you have to shoot 1 cluster of targets from each position, basically. You have to shoot the 450 3 times, 3 impacts. You have to shoot the 350-yard targets, all 3 of those, and then you got to shoot the Know Your Limits rack. This was gamed a little bit. You can see I am technically up against the post. I think the intention was that you were unsupported against the post, but everybody is gaming that. And then you can see I kind of shift over a little bit. And then from normal prone, I shoot the cluster of the 350-yard targets. And the Know Your Limits rack was actually broken, so I had to shoot it basically shoot the last couple ones more than once. It was a little bit janky, but that's what we were working with.
Six, five, six. 7665.
Alright, I think this was the only stage that I actually timed out on. It was a kind of a punishment stage where you walked your shots on out. You start out with 2 Skinny Sammies, which I'll highlight here, and then there's a 100-yard target, which is the penalty target for missing any of your shots as you walk them out. And unfortunately, I had 2 or 3 misses on the 500-yard target, and ROs did not say anything. I know you're not supposed to say anything for a miss in general, but for this, you'd think that they would tell me to take the damn penalty shot. But anyway, I figured it out, but I did end up timing out on this stage. And I can say for the 100-yard target transition, it was nice having that top-mounted red dot, because I could just put that right on there and wouldn't have to screw around with my scope at all, and saved a little bit of time, even though I ended up timing out anyway.
And then switch to your 20.
You're low. Penalty.
Yeah, if I don't spin it in this. Maybe you should shoot with the 1.3.
Yeah. 600.
Yeah, the best way for the spinner is to try to double tap.
700. Time.
Alright, so this was a variation of shooting off the log, except now it's a tank trap, so pretty much the same targets, except I brought more ammo this time. I busted out the banana mag with, I think that holds 46 rounds, so wasn't going to run out of ammo this time, and yeah, again, pretty uninteresting to watch. It's just, shooting the same targets from all 3 posts of the tank trap. Luckily, I had a Game Changer, which is the pint-sized Game Changer in canvas by Armageddon Gear, which is a really amazing little bag for something like this. It's quite heavy, but for stability, it can't really be matched. You can see I've got a dope card, but that is for the previous stage that I just shot. So I think, again, it's just that 1 hold for the 400-something yard target.
All right. 7, 2, 4, 7. Ready? Stand by.
Alright, this is the last stage of the day. Lighting is not great for camera work. I'll do my best to point out the targets. Instead of a Know Your Limits rack, it's a rifle spinner, which I can get, I think, in like 5 rounds if I actually make my hits, but I missed a bunch of times. And I hammered it over, which is fun. So lighting is terrible here, but I'll do my best to highlight where the 350-yard targets were. It's the same targets from earlier in the day. And then there was also the 450-yard target. And what this position was, basically you had to shoot, there they are, the 350-yard targets, 1, 2, 3, and then shoot the 450, and then shoot the 350-yard targets, 1, 2, 3, and then the 450, and then do it a third time. And then when you were done with those 3 strings, then you shot the 700-yard target. And what I forgot to do was, I forgot to shoot the 450-yard target for the third time, and skipped right to the 700-yard target and timed out. But it was only 1 target down, and almost everybody timed out on this stage.
Oh, shit, I skipped one. You gotta go 450 and 7, right?
Fuck. Clear.
Clear.
That's awesome, man.
First time?
Yeah, first.
That's the dream.
First time jitters.
Which bro?
Chesterfield, Virginia.
So Tennessee's. I think they're just.
Take your time. We're not behind or anything.
But during my time, I actually got.
Okay. Hello there. As you all know, the Patriots have raised the prices on everything to stimulate the war economy. This means that the cost of production has really gone up. If you feel like supporting the channel, please like and subscribe, tell your friends, share the video, and if you want to be really good, click the link below for the Patreon.